Here in Nebraska, farming and ranching is more than a job. It's a lifestyle, a heritage, and a promise for the future. This year, everything we did at Nebraska Farm Bureau focused on one core mission: enriching the lives of farm and ranch families to keep the way of life strong. We know that for our members, success is more than just about numbers on a balance sheet. It's about providing for family, weathering the storms, and preserving the land. From on-the-ground resources to legislative advocacy, we focused on the issues that matter most, and above all, made sure Nebraska's farm and ranch families can keep doing what they love and what our communities depend on. For years, many Nebraskans, especially those in agriculture, struggled to find affordable, quality health coverage. Costs were rising, options were limited, and rural families were often left with fewer choices. But Nebraska Farm Bureau saw an opportunity to make a difference. We advocated tirelessly on behalf of our members and rural communities to bring about real change. In partnership with state leaders, we worked to pass crucial legislation that now allows Nebraska Farm Bureau to offer its own health coverage options.
The Nebraska Farm Bureau health plans are an affordable option for a lot of small businesses, families, farmers and ranchers, and then also it is a 20 to 50% less than unsubsidized ACA, so it makes it a good option for a lot of people to just find some extra money in their budget.
In a special session this past summer, Nebraska legislators approved a tax reform bill aimed at property tax relief. The new legislation, which includes Legislative Bill 34, provides $185 million in tax relief, front-loading the existing refundable income tax credit introduced in 2020 to benefit property owners. While LB 34's intent was to ease property taxes, a critical issue has emerged. For most property owners, it retroactively ended the refundable income tax credit for property taxes paid in 2024. Meaning those who pay K-12 school taxes through escrow or by the county treasurer due date may face a one-year tax hike. Nebraska Farm Bureau is pushing to address this impact, urging state senators to make corrective changes. All property owners deserve equal tax relief, and these changes increase the state's property tax burden by over $500 million. We're calling on our members to reach out to their senators and advocate for action, ensuring fair tax relief for everyone. Property tax relief is critical for Nebraska, and voices like yours can make a difference. At Nebraska Farm Bureau, we believe in a regulatory system that's fair, transparent, and respects the freedoms of our farmers and ranchers. This year, we stood strong, pushing back on EPA proposals, including the herbicide and pesticide strategy, to ensure our members' voices are heard. We celebrated a major win when the Supreme Court struck down the Chevron doctrine, allowing for more oversight of administrative actions and restraining regulatory overreach. We were successful in helping to advance a new farm bill through the House Agriculture Committee, which prioritized the funding for risk management tools and provided an update to many programs farmers and ranchers rely upon. We are continuously committed to advocating for policies that protect your freedoms and support Nebraska's agricultural future. Here in Nebraska, we're not just about planting seeds in the ground. We're cultivating the leaders of tomorrow. From inspiring trips to Washington, D.C. with NEFB's Leadership Academy, to connecting young farmers and ranchers at our annual YF&R conference, we're on a mission to ensure a thriving future for agriculture. Our programs are designed to equip the future leaders of Farm Bureau with the tools they need to successfully advocate for agriculture, connect with members, and embody the grassroots mission. After all, today's youth are tomorrow's trailblazers. Farm and ranch voices are crucial in sharing agriculture's story, especially as fewer generations understand where their food comes from. Thanks to the Nebraska Farm Bureau Foundation, we're making big strides to bridge that gap. This year alone, we completed 901 classroom visits, engaged 87 FFA chapters in our Connecting Chapters program, and reached over 3,500 students through summer programming. And that's not all. Over $73,000 in scholarships were awarded to support our future leaders. You may have also seen our Promotion and Education Committee in action at the Nebraska State Fair, State Capitol, or community events. Across Nebraska, members combine fun activities for kids, meaningful conversation with parents, and advocate to elected officials to amplify the message that successful agriculture equals a successful Nebraska. Together, we're building connections and creating a stronger agricultural community. It's that community that stepped up when members needed it the most, when severe storms ripped through Nebraska, leaving destruction and loss in their wake. Nebraska Farm Bureau, alongside our partners at Farm Bureau Financial Services, was on the ground, ready to help. This is the power of belonging to Nebraska Farm Bureau, a community that's there when it matters most, with people you can count on. The strength of Nebraska Farm Bureau is rooted deep with our county farm bureaus. We know that everything we do is about you, the member. Each success, each policy, and every victory start at the county level, with our members joining together to make a difference.
I first became involved with Farm Bureau 8 years ago when we had some local water policy concerns happening within our neighborhood. Reached out to the county board for some direction, and they were able to kind of help give some guidance or some thoughts and some connections. And I guess I've become involved heavily since, because I saw the power of what Farm Bureau is able to do and resources they're able to provide.
And that is why we recognize you at member appreciation events across Nebraska this year. From setting policy to shaping our roadmap for the future, it's our members who guide us forward. Without your voices, ideas, and commitment, none of what we accomplished this year would have been possible. It's because of our members' dedication that we continue to stand up for Nebraska's agricultural community, ensuring that your voices are heard on issues that matter most. Together, we're securing a future where Nebraska's agricultural legacy thrives, this year and for generations to come.